All right, guys, welcome back to the shop. We're out here. We're getting posted up. We're out here with garden tractors again. We're just out here. We're getting posted up. So what we got going on today is we're digging out some stuff from storage from years and years ago that I never get around to doing. I finally get around to do it. I figure I might as well share it. Got the old 140 out here getting posted up. Got a Gannon Earthcavator on the back. So this one here is a pretty old special unit, sassy unit if you will. This is a 42-inch Gannon, original Category 0 hitch, original top link mount, correct serial tag designation for a 42 Category 0 3-point hitch mount. So with that being said, I want to talk about what makes this special and what designates certain things, and talk about what the difference between this one and that one is. So right off the bat, this is a 36, a little bitty guy. So what a lot of people don't know is they actually made a 32 for like the early tube frame Bolins and whatnot. This is a 36-02. That is a 42-02. So both of these are correct Category 0 3-point hitch mounts. So let's get into the serial tags. We're on Haas Vision here. Let's get this gyrocopter going. All right, so Bruntwear work boots. These things are amazing. Check them out, Instagram. They don't have a Pope discount code yet, but we're working on it. So let's see. This is a really, really nice example. So this whole thing is original paint, as you can see. This was bought new out of Philadelphia area of Pennsylvania. And this was originally bought new with a John Deere 140. The tractor actually burned up and got pushed in the shed, and the shed fell down around it, but somehow this got saved. So this tag is in really, really nice shape with all the green outlines in the background and stuff. So it's a little hard to read, but that's FD 36-2. So the 2 is obviously stamped a little weird. That is because that when they were, I'm assuming, assembling them or going down the line, somebody specifically stamped those. They were all stamped FD36. So the 2 designates what hitch got put on the front of it. So that determines your spacing for the bottom links and the top link. So some of these, I'll show some pictures, had different ones, but for right now, I'm just going to go over the Category 0 ones. So the 2 designates that. And then you have your serial number. This one's 956. So I don't know when they stopped or when they started. I don't know how many they made total, but this one's number 956. So this is a 36-inch. So a 36 came with quite a bit of different hitch options. So this one's 36-2, 36-9, 36-7, I think 36-11. All those different ending numbers designate a different hitch design. So depending on what tractor you put it on, determined what hitch you got on it. So I'm gonna put in right here at some point, should have a listing of what is the different designations going down through. So when it says HD 42 or HD 48 and other things, that's for a Category 1 for like a subcompact or something like that 2520 over there. So that's what HD means, but FD is more or less what you're looking for as far as garden tractor size tractors going. But the Cubs and Alice's and Bolins had special hitches that kind of they all had this piece of angle iron, and then depending on the serial number and what you ordered it for, determined what was welded to the front or the top of it. So the Sears is similar to this. So you take these 3 bolts out, and this top link mount comes out. So you can see this one has a Y, and then your top link mount for category O goes in the middle of it, just like this. So instead of this, you had take these 3 bolts out and just a single piece that came up, and then your top link on a Sears garden tractor as actually a Y that goes around this single post in the top link. And then if you can see here, whoa, we're going for a wild ride here. So these bottom mounts on a category O are wider, and down here in the front, you can see where it is in relation to the top link. On a Sears, these mounts were similarly spaced in between, but they were narrower overall from side to side. And then these were actually mounted up on top of the angle iron. So that's how you can tell. A lot of times if they were converted, you can see grinding marks and that sort of thing up here. So with that also being said, both of these happen to have this style top link mount. There's a lot of controversy, if you will, of what is or isn't correct. So this is the short style, and I can probably put in a photo here. See, look at that technology of what the tall one looks like. So it still has this hole, but it also gives you an option for another hole right about here. And it's the same from this sideways plate down, but these little plates are much taller and then have a secondary hole. I would assume that they found it to be a little bit better of an angle of some sort, but regardless, this is, as you can tell with the paint and whatnot, it's still original paint. And you can see this one here is, again, very nice original paint. Now, with that also being said, there are really early Gannon Earthcavators, which again, I can put in a photo right here. See, look, I know how to technology. I'm not a complete hoss. So those, as you can see with this photo, are welded on and they don't bolt in, which means that basically you can't really switch it with 3 bolts, which if you have a Cat O, you wouldn't really want to switch it anyways. And then on the serial tag, they don't have the FD36-2. Those are just simply stamped FD36. So I don't think that there's a really good way to say what is or isn't on those. So these are pretty cool pieces. They were made in California. They're really neat, all redone. This thing is really hossing today. So this is a 42. This is a 36. I'm not really good at math. I only have my grade 3, but that's 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3? 4. That's 4 ripper teeth. This is a 42. So that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ripper teeth, if my maths is correct. You guys just got learnt. So that's the easiest way to designate a 42 to a 36 if you're looking at a really grainy photo that some hoss took somewhere along the way. But these 42s are really hard to find, in my opinion. This one actually came out of Texas. We bought it probably about 9 or 10 years ago now, off of eBay and had it shipped in. And the only other 42 that I've ever had, I actually drove out to California to pick up. And that's the only 2 42-inch Gannons that we've ever had. And we've had probably 6 or 7 of the 36s over the years, but this one's the best original paint and whatnot. So some of you might be asking what this is. Obviously, you can kind of tell that this is a rear grater blade. So there's 2 wear bars, top and bottom. When you're buying one of these, you want to make sure that these bolts are obviously there, but the wear bar isn't worn down through into the actual blade itself. They're replaceable. You just cut the bolts off, or if they're that rusted, but you take the bolts out, replace the wear bar, or flip them over. but I've actually seen them worn down past there. So you want to make sure of that. These ripper teeth are still available. You can get them somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I know guys can get them. So there's 2 wear bars, top and bottom. So you just want to make sure that they're both good. The idea is you can pull it like a normal back blade, and then it's gonna be really fun one-handed. So you push this forward, and then you rotate it, and so you can back drag it. So this is your other way to do it, is you have your ripper teeth down and now you can rip. So you have 3 different positions. It's a multi-use blade and ripper. So if you didn't know about these things, you do now. Go get you one. They're hard to find, but they're out there. Have fun. Happy tractoring.